What's up, Zodiac Chatline fam? It is Thursday, October 17th, 2024. Welcome to Zodiac Chatline. I'm your host, Tanae. Cassie gonna be hopping on here in a minute. Um, it's a full moon. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling on this full moon. Days and then, because, whatever. Did I say accept? I think I did. Ooh, okay. Look at that. Hey.
Hello. A full moon, a super moon.
Yeah. What's up, Cuzzo? My Aries Cuzzo just joined with
Yes.
her Aries energy, so we know this is about to be lit. Guys, welcome. It's Thursday. So we're just gonna wing this and go from the top of the chart because I'm just gonna say it out loud. I'm an Aries moon, and this one has me on another level, but it's fine. Go with it. Go away if you don't want to watch this, but this is where we at. Okay, so we are now in Aries. We are in, oh shit. We are in, see, Cassie is on it. She could tell I am
Mm-hmm.
on one. Okay. We are in Libra season. And of course, we do have the full moon in Aries. The super moon, it's pretty much the last bit of eclipse energy, all that, like the North Node in Aries. Like it is culminating up a lot to this point right here. And we are seeing a lot of culmination in a lot of things around us. But the sun, of course, is in Libra, full moon in Aries today, along with Venus and Sagittarius happening. So
Yeah.
spicy.
Just
Mercury. Gasoline,
yeah.
gasoline, gasoline. Uh, and then Mercury is living their best life in Scorpio. Along with Venus, but actually, no, that's a lie because Venus today moved in. So at least
Mm-hmm.
we're spacing that out a little bit. Mars gonna be hanging out in Cancer for a while. So, we're all gonna pray for Cassie. And then
I'll take it,
our
guys. Thank you.
our retrograde planets, Jupiter just went retrograde in Gemini. We have Saturn and Neptune still retrograde in Pisces, Uranus still retrograde in Taurus. However, folks, we have hit the home stretch. Pluto has gone officially what? Direct as of last week
Hey,
in Capricorn.
hey, hey.
So this is the last boop, boop, boop. And then that planet Pluto hopping over to the Aquarians. Yes, we love it. Um, because as an Aquarius, I'm so excited about Pluto moving into Aquarius. Not at
Mm-hmm.
all, but here we are. Can't change it now. But I think as a collective, get that.
Mm-hmm.
Pluto moving to Pluto going through this last ditch of Capricorn direct is cleaning up, tying up any loose ends. Um, Justice is will be. Karma is everybody will find a rebirth or Pluto will just transform it in whatever way it sees fit. It doesn't have to be bad,
No, no.
but Pluto is almost worse than Saturn because it's like
It's probably not going to feel easy. Pluto's not an easy planet. The transformation never is. The price of your new life is your old one. So, yeah, it pushes us all out of our comfort zone. But the last 15 years or so, 18 years, 17 years, whatever the fuck
I
it's
think it was like
been,
since 2008,
8.
2008.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 16 years of Pluto and Capricorn.
We see where that got us.
Yeah, they can have that.
Oh,
I'm ready
oh,
to try something new.
right. It's
Shout out to all my cardinal sign people with a lot of cardinal placements in their chart. It's been
especially cardinal suns and
challenging.
cardinal risings. Praying for you.
Yeah,
We
it's
gonna keep
been challenging.
praying for you, but it's gonna be all right. Cause look, y'all made it to the end. Like
Hey.
that's a
Mm-hmm.
celebration. Speaking of making it to the end, we are 18 days away, girl, from us not getting text messages from Kamala Harris anymore. Uh,
Hey.
I'm just kidding. I appreciate it, y'all.
Unsubscribe.
I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate the campaign. I appreciate the hustle, but I'm not the one that need to like. I'm good. I know where I'm at. But with that said, y'all, early voting has begun in a lot of states, especially where I am in the state of what Georgia, as the news has reported. We coming out in droves for early voting. And anybody out there, I would encourage you to go early vote. Nobody really, what's the point of waiting until election day? There's just, and a lot of these early voting places are open usually 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on the weekends. Expect long lines, but this is historic. Everything that is happening in this moment, the last 45 days of this election has been historic for a lot of different reasons, just whether it's stories that we're hearing, whether it's the amount of fundraising, whether it's the amount of, people from another party voting for another, like there's just a lot of things that have not been as I think we're all used to. And so just know that if you, like Cassie has said, and I'm going to repeat it, and my girl always be saying this, if it wasn't important, they wouldn't be trying to take it away from you. So use it. The state of Georgia, the judge was like, we ain't counting them hand ballots. Y'all better
Yeah.
certify that shit.
Hey, do your
It's like,
job. Do
they
your
were like,
job.
it's too late in the game. What are you doing?
Right.
So seriously, like guys, it's and if whatever, helping your community in other ways. Make sure you understand that your local votes, your senates, your city county seats, judges,
Ballot
schools.
measures,
Yes.
school
And
board.
ballot measures are good for tripping you up. Make sure you can go to, I think, vote.org or your local voter registration, and you can download and see a sample ballot so you can see what they are, look it up, read, do the work, make sure
Mm-hmm.
everything is good, and they do formulate the measures, you know.
Oh yeah, sometimes they try to be sneaky with the way they word those. So really, look for trustworthy sources in your community. You got an attorney friend, call them. They might have some insight on what that language means. Make sure you're not actually voting for the opposite of what it seems like you're voting for. Um, and Tanae, to your point, and just for anybody who tuned it in or who will watch this later, it's no candidate is perfect. And, there is no need to set all your faith to store by who gets elected president. There are whatever causes are worrying you. There are organizations in your community, I promise you, that are doing work to address those concerns. And if you're somebody for whom, the ongoing situation in Palestine is top of mind, there's an organization called Jewish Voices for Peace that does daily like Zoom calls where you can just call in and kind of like be part of a supportive network, and they will give actions that you can take that day, things that they're trying to, address with elected representatives, petitions, like maybe, protests in your community or whatever. There are mutual aid organizations in every single community on the globe, really, but like in the United States, certainly, that are helping moms or kids or vets or unhoused people, like whatever it is, whatever your thing is that worries you, that you look out in the world and think politicians are not working hard enough to help with this thing. There is something small you can do to help that. And I just want, we can walk and chew gum. We need to vote, and vote like our future depends on it, because it does. And also we need to take care of each other outside of the system of politicians. And those two things can happen at the same time, and should.
And
And that's
we
that.
all have to live on this planet, okay? Like that like we all have to coexist, whether you agree or not with how somebody's political views or even their views on certain things. You don't have, but but we're humans. We all have to cohabitate somewhat. And hatred, violence towards each other, that's never going to be the answer. Never.
Mm-mm.
Like there's nothing good that comes of that. We've already had a civil war here, and I mean, well, we know how that worked out. But anyways, just come on, like the planet, okay? The planet itself is far more concerning than like what's actually going on. I.e., we had another what hurricane within the last time we talked to you guys. So
Yeah.
if you think it's a hoax, good luck with that. Um,
It's
so
not going to
sigh.
stop the floods from coming to your house. Like, just
Um, but shout out to the military for changing and deciding to give honorable discharges. Now, all of you may not be of age to remember this, but they're going to give honorable discharges to those who were in the military that were kicked out during the "Don't Ask, Don't Tell" era, and that was, I would say, in the like '90s, like a Bill Clinton
mm-hmm.
presidency. That's about, I feel like, when it was. And back then, you just didn't say if you were anything but straight. That was just never talked about. And a lot of these people were dishonorably discharged. And so I think it's really good that the military is coming back and recognizing that these um, people who served in the military deserve to be treated just like everybody else, regardless of their sexual orientation. Like they were soldiers too. Um,
Shout out to the military. This is the first time that phrase has been uttered on this show. Just throwing that out there. What a
I
fucking
mean,
world.
straight
No, no,
or
no. I think it's worth,
yeah,
recognizing. I do. I just think it's funny.
no, no. And as a queer person, I'm just like, oh, I mean, I remember
Yeah.
how much of a deal it was even to have trans soldiers in the military.
Hmm.
Like I understand, and I mean, we're still kind of having these conversations, which is so silly. Like, guys, we have really much bigger problems. Um, you know, Trump is going to be Trump. I don't really have anything else to say about DT 25. Like, there's clips everywhere, so take that what you will. However, give me a dose of what VP Harris has, because when I say that lady go to work, Cassie just said, "No, who can go on the Breakfast Club and Fox News in the same?" I said, "Girl, that's a top tier code switch. I ain't never seen one." Okay, but seriously though, like I am still very impressed by her campaign, by all of the media that she has done. I think she has done 2 or 3 interviews. It feels like 2 or 3 interviews a week.
Oh, more than that. For the past few weeks, she's been doing like a couple a day because not all of them get covered. And she's doing local
Mm.
TV and podcasts and all kinds of shit. Yeah.
So props on
An
her. Whatever you take it.
Aries moon, I found out today. VP Harris is a Libra with an Aries moon.
She coming for you, DT.
Mm-hmm.
She coming. Oh, she fired up. That's why she can keep that. See? Mm-hmm. See? Y'all don't know what's bubbling underneath. On the outside, she got that Libra. On the inside, she all fire. She like
She's that
Ben Wallace.
Glock.
Yeah. She's like, I've had it for quite some time. Girl, we know. And you know how to shoot it, don't you? Don't come across. She said, don't come in her house. Try it if you want to. Just playing. Hell yeah. That actually, oh, that kind of lightens my heart a little bit. I just want y'all to know. Because, honestly, we don't know what's going to happen. I think we're all holding our breath till it's over, honestly. And I know it's not even funny, and I'm not trying to joke about it. Maybe that's nervous laughter, but, Cassie and I have been around, we've been around for a couple of years, maybe a couple decades, give or take. And it's very different than when we were younger. And I was
Yeah.
not expecting it to be this tension filled, like
Yeah.
this us versus them, even though America's built on racism, and like if you don't agree, that's fine. But like
It's
maybe you're
true.
not black. Um, that's fine. But it's just the division, and it's just not worth it. Like why? But The only other thing, speaking of division, the only other thing was whoever you are in North Carolina, that little vigilante group decided to run FEMA out that was trying to help them people. Y'all are bottom level trash. Like, I'm surprised you didn't get taken out because why would you take away help that other people you can't help them? You gonna go to door and give those people money, fix their stuff, give them food. Like, you're not gonna help them, so you run out there. Like, that's y'all. That's fucking insane. Like, I don't even. It really is. So, just
Don't be dumb. Try not to be dumb, guys. Tall order.
so if you do want to hit us, we got the chat line. Cassie's. That's where we at. Okay. This is exactly what an Aries full moon should be like. Cassie, tell them about the chat line. Tell them why they got to
Sure.
call us because we
Call
just.
us, text us, send us a voice memo. We want to talk to you about astrology and your day. What's going on? What's going on? What's your questions? What are you thinking about? How is the energy making you feel? The line is 313-416-9541. We're edging up onto Scorpio season, so the feelings are going to get deep. The encounters are going to get ghoulish. Come talk to us about it.
We always
313-416-9541.
we rep Detroit for life up in here. Okay, just letting y'all know. Anyway, before we close, I gotta just listen. Cassie knows how much I love music, and I will quickly in the chat be like, y'all gotta hear this. So when I heard that Glory Hallelujah dropped an album last Friday called Glorious, I was like, what you got, girl? Y'all, 10 out of 10. Actually, 2,000 out of 10 million. No notes, no skips. Literally press play and gone from happy, sad, gospel, cuss a motherfucker out, beat a bitch up, tell them how much you about. Every level of emotion is felt. Ma'am, you did the damn thing. Um,
Yeah.
Cassie,
No,
you're
cosign. I mean, I'm as anyone who's been here before knows, I love me a rap girl. But I mean, I think that's the best rap album from a female artist I've heard all year. For a best rap album I've heard all year. And like that's saying something because you know how much I love Lotto. And I do love Sugar Honey Iced Tea. But I think what really impressed me about Glorious and kind of took it to another level was that there was no fluff. Like, really, none of the tracks felt like they were just
just
there
thrown
for
on there. Yeah.
filler or to be like they didn't nothing relied more heavily on the beat than the lyrics that she brought, and she touched on so many deep issues, abuse and poverty and just the faith, like all of these things that like you're not necessarily expecting on a Glorilla album, but like were nonetheless executed flawlessly and was so much fun to listen to. Like, it still slapped, like you still want to dance to it, but also you're like, wow, oh, okay, we're going here with this. And it was very empowering and um brought that Leo energy, and I'm with you. I no skips, loved it. Got moved to tears. Like, that's an experience you don't always
It
get on a rap
was
album.
she had amazing features on there. Like, she
Mm-hmm.
curated a very great, she picked people that that compliment they complimented, everybody complimented her in their own way, and she led the song, and that person had to flow in with her. And
Mm-hmm.
like, she didn't, you know what I mean? It was so, like, what's the procedure, girl? That's your.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cassie was like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
But yeah, that's been like honestly the one thing that's getting me through right now. So I don't know about y'all, but put that on. It's gonna get you through, because the funny thing is I have seen a lot of people on social media, a wide range of humans actually. It's not just you know how certain artists can really hone into a certain demographic.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen across the board everybody like, oh,
Yeah.
what? That's how you feeling today. So,
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Gloria, thank you so much. You came through at the right time, girl, and we
Yes.
know you worked on that album. I know you did. You said, oh, okay, y'all was talking shit. Say less. Don't say that to a fixed sign, let alone a Leo, bitch.
No. Mm-mm. Not
Show your
today.
right. Show your right on. Well, guys, we appreciate you letting us ramble for whatever because it's our show and that's what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure at some point you'll be like, them said they showed this say. We showed this say. Again, early voting is happening. We're gonna talk about it until the election's over. But you know what? It's
We
life.
don't
That's what
have
we're
that
going
many
on.
more shows until the
No,
election is over, you
we
guys.
don't.
We have the new moon in Scorpio will be the next one. And after that, we'll be talking about what the fuck happened with the election. So get your ass out and vote.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, that's where we're at. But hey, Pluto's going direct. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see. Oops, let me show because we love me so we love Abiola. African Goddess Rising Oracle deck with Miss Abiola Abrams as the author. Ms. Let me actually I know it might be a little foggy, but I still want y'all to
Oh,
see her
she's
because
beautiful.
this is the back of the deck, as you guys can see. Royal, very purple. There I am. Okay. And look at these colors. Look at this.
They're
Look at these
so beautiful.
colors. Who I think I don't know who's the artist. We'll figure it out. But oh, the cover design is by Julie Davidson. Cover art is by Destiny Powell. So, Destiny Powell, girl,
Okay.
you doing it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna shuffle for Cassie because she's the magic one that's gonna tell us our message today.
Boop.
Oh. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
I mean, sometimes the messages are the ones you gotta hear.
Right?
All right. This is a good one. It's a good one for Aries. Um, Seeing as that Aries is about self, like the
Mm-hmm.
first person point of view. All right. I know she's a little intense, but it's fine. It's Aries season. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
This is
it's Libra season, but go on. It's Aries energy. Aries full moon. It's fine.
y'all. This is why I stay at home because people don't really see me in real life. Like this is a representative. I don't know who this person is. Okay. Shadow of Betrayal, the Diaspora of Akan, the Temple of Shadows, the Element of Air.
Ooh.
Anasi or Kuwaku Anasi, the Akan trickster god and sacred clown, snuck into our global folk tales. While the Gullah Geechee children heard tales of Aunt Nancy, the tricky Spider Woman, my Guyanese parents entertained us with Nancy stories about a witty teen spider. Her shadow guidance. Who really betrayed you? Betrayals come betrayals off Betrayals from others mirror you betraying yourself.
Hmm.
Let me repeat that because, I fucked up the first time. Who really betrayed you? Betrayals from others mirrors you betraying yourself. Embodiment. Betrayal is a web that disrupts everything you thought you knew. Use discernment in your relationships. Betrayal makes it difficult to trust, but without trust, your relationships are a lie. Trust that no matter what happens and no matter how long it takes, you will survive and thrive. The real question: how have you betrayed or abandoned yourself? The goddess declaration is: I am willing to know the truth.
Oh
Now, what I will say
my.
about this is that, as Cassie said, we are in Libra season. And Libra is all about partnerships. And Aries, its opposite, is all about the self. And it's a very interesting balance of how you show up for yourself and other people in those relationships. And knowing that most of our relationships mirror a part of ourselves, whether it be positive or negative. So if you are feeling betrayal, what have you allowed? And how have you betrayed yourself in that way? And I think that's a really good Aries full moon like thought. Like, how do you nurture yourself in relation to your relationships, and where have you felt betrayed in that? So I encourage you, discernment in relationships is extremely necessary now, because not everyone has their own self-regulatory abilities, and they don't really have self-awareness. And you have to be self-aware enough to know the discernment and to realize that you're betraying yourself or you're betraying other people. But as I said, relationships are a mirror, so just food for thought. But this is a really spicy Aries full moon. Um, Somebody like me should probably go boxing or get a whole bunch of energy out. Probably won't happen today, but it'll be happen. But I would encourage you to do something very physical if you want to for the Aries full
Mm-hmm.
moon. It is you have that, like, it is cardinal fire. It is right off the bat. It is striking a match. It is one of those things where it's pow, so use that energy. And that's it. We're gonna mosey on down the line. Because I'm losing it. But thank you so much for being entertained. This is me. And this is Cassie. Please go out and vote.
Please, please.
People like me really need a certain person to win, because, yeah, if you have to ask why, please don't watch our show anymore. But with that said, Cassie, thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your full moon, because I
You
know I'm about to.
too.
Thank you for everybody that jumped in the chat. I see Coral jumped in, and my homie best friend Chris.
We love you.
Of course, we have no Libras or Aries. Oh wait, I think my cousin's still in there. Shout out, but shout out to the Libras. Your season, we are hitting the tail end. Shout out to a couple Libras who we had on our show last year, whose birthdays are today. So shout out to both of you. You know who you are. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and stay sane, drink your water, mind your business. It's all love. We out of this.
Peace.
Peace.